What's up, MMO Attack fans? This is Zach here, bringing you a first impressions video for AIKA Online, a free-to-play MMORPG published by T3 Fun. What we're taking a look at here is basically the screen that you're going to go to after you already log in. It's going to ask you to select a world, aka a server. For our purposes, there's really only one server available, Arcan, so we're going to go ahead and click it to log in. Now it's going to ask us to select a nation. Now this game, I should go ahead and mention, this game is all about the PvP combat. It's very, very similar to something like Dark Age of Camelot. You select a nation or a realm, you might say, and you fight for that realm in PvP in the game's much advertised 1,000 player versus 1,000 player battlegrounds that you'll play in game. Now as you can see, there are several different nations within which you can actually join. However, they're all mirrors of one another. So whichever nation you join is not going to have too much of an impact on at least the aesthetics of the game itself. So we're going to go ahead and select Vanoff, and we're going to go ahead and, well, it's going to ask us to select a channel. So there's two channels on the server, one's for PvP and one's for PvE. Looks like there might be more people on the PvP server. I'm not sure what that crown is supposed to mean. Either way, we'll click it just in case. For security purposes, please relog in. So I better do that real quick. So we're going to go to Vanoff. I guess I have to do this a little bit faster. Let's just go to the PvE one. So now here we go. It's going to ask us to create a character. So that's kind of weird. It's just completely blank, but there is a create button right here we can click. And basically we're going to take a look at the game's 6 available classes. You have the warrior, the paladin, the rifleman, the dual gunner, the warlock, and the cleric. The warrior is your basic melee DPS tank class. A paladin can do melee DPS. It can also be a tank. It uses a sword and shield. The warrior uses a two-handed sword. The paladin also shares some healing abilities. Now as for the rifleman and the dual gunner, they're both physical range DPS classes. I believe the rifleman deals more with heavy single shots, and the dual gunner favors more, I should say, sustainable DPS. The warlock is your standard caster class, and the cleric is the healer of the game. So what we're going to go ahead and do, I think for the purposes of this first impression, we're going to go ahead and pick the rifleman. Now I should go ahead and mention right away that the classes are gender locked, so if that's not your thing, that may be a pretty big turnoff. Personally, for me, it is a bit of a turnoff. Character customization is fairly substandard. There's only a few types of hairstyles, a few types of hair color, and a few different facial features. So you can see the different hair colors we have available, and we can take a look at the different facial options that we have there. So we're going to go ahead and just pick this right here, and we're going to give ourselves a fairly random name. Hopefully they won't accuse me of being a gold farmer, and we're going to go ahead and click create. Now it's going to ask us where you want to start, city or fields. There's not a lot of difference in terms of where you start out, what you do. It's just certain quests that you'll take. So we're going to go ahead and select that we want to start out in the fields. Okay, so there's our character, and notice the difference in the armor that he has now compared to what he started out in. So this is another one of those games that you sort of get a preview of what you'll look like at higher levels. So we're going to go ahead and click start game. We have to enter a 4-digit PIN. I'll pick back up when the game starts. Alright, we're in the game now, and as you can see, this is what the game looks like once we're actually in the game world. If you want to move around, you can just use the WAS and D keys, or you can click to move. It's a little jerky using WASD, but it's manageable. You can jump using the spacebar. The jump animation is a little floaty, I would say. I mean, I don't know of too many people that can actually jump that high in real life. The user interface is very standard for this kind of game. It actually looks a little bit messed up. Like, I don't understand why well, I can automatically move my mini-map over to the top right. I'm not quite sure why it wasn't there already. The interface in this game kind of reminds me of the interface from Ion. Actually, a lot about this game, at least in terms of its aesthetics, sort of reminds me of Ion. I don't know if they were trying to copy the game when they actually created it, but as you can see, the game has your standard hotbar setup. You only have one attack right now. Well, looks like we have a couple of attacks. We have our standard attack, of course. Then we have neutralizer, attempts to remove a buff from the target, and countdown, deals 10 physical damage on impact and 51 additional damage after 3 seconds. Okay, we can press M to open our map, and it's a fairly detailed map, tells you a lot about the game. And when you get a quest, it tells you where to go to complete your quests. So let's get a quest. Let's talk to Guard Diego here, see what he has to say. It's going to be one of those games where you actually have to click through some dialogue, so we'll go ahead and click quest. And I think he's going to tell me just to kill some boars, so yeah, we're going to do that. Let's move the little quest tracker where we can actually see it, and eliminate young boar. So this is a fairly simple task. It shouldn't take very long at all to actually complete this mission. One interesting thing about this game that we probably won't get to in this first impressions video is the Pran system. The Pran system functions somewhat similarly to the Anima system in Prius Online, whereas they function a lot like little pets that you can take on. And depending on how you play, your Pran will develop certain personalities. Now your Pran will actually level up with you and will change physical appearance as you go on, and also based on how you play the game. In other words, for example, you get the Pran and they start off as these little fairy creatures, and they're sort of reminiscent of babies or toddlers, at least in how they interact with you. And they will grow up to be little girls, and then they will be slightly older girls. So it's a little weird, but it's actually kind of cool because, again, they're going to talk to you at random points in the game, and depending on how you respond to them, they'll develop their own personalities and have different skills. And in fact, different Prans, of course, that you can pick also have different skills. So depending on the Pran you pick, you'll have various different kinds of skills which you can utilize when you're actually fighting monsters and doing quests. So we completed that mission, so we're going to go ahead and skip all this and accept the quest. Corpse of William Mays. I almost wonder if that's a reference to no, we're going to say it's not. Anyway, let's see. Where do we go? I think it's telling me to go up here, so that's where I'm going to go. Here's a little arrow pointing in the direction. So, of course, you can hold down the right mouse button and pan the camera around your character if you want to take a look at it. It's a little bit tricky to do that when you're actually moving, but if you utilize WASD, it's really not that hard, and you can pan the camera around as you move around, so you can see where you're going. Okay, there's Mr. William Mays' corpse. We have to inspect it. This appears to be the corpse of that missing guard. There are some big holes in his armor. We're going to examine the corpse, and then we're going to run back, and we're going to move this quest we're going to move this quest tracker just a little bit further to the left so I can actually see everything. And let's see where we're going. We can press M again to check our map, and we're going where the little question mark is there. I don't see a lot of chat in the chat window, so I guess not a lot of people are playing this game right now. So I think we talked to him. So let's go ahead and talk to him, see what he has to say. Quest, the missing comrade. That's it. So we're going to go ahead and get our reward. And he's got another quest for us. So we're going to click quest. Skip that. We're going to click accept. Eliminate mutated boar. Same deal. We just have to run over there and kill the boar. We can press C to check out some character info if we want to. We can get some idea of what our armor is, from what our stats are. We can press I to open up our inventory. There's not a lot of... You don't really start off with a lot of inventory space. That is somewhat of a criticism I may have. Well, I will say one good thing about there not being... Well, I just clicked on the wrong mob. But one good thing about there not really being a lot of people playing this game right now is it's very, very easy to find the monsters you need to kill for your quests. There's one right there. So, let's click on him, and here we go. Combat in this game is fairly standard, as you can see. It's mostly point, click, and simply whittle away at the enemy's health points. Of course, as you level up, and as it is standard in MMORPGs of this nature, you will get additional abilities which can make combat go a little bit faster and make it a little bit more tolerable, so it's not quite as repetitive. This guy just doesn't want to seem to go down, but we got him pretty quick, so now we have to run back to our quest NPC to see what he's got to say for us. Let's see what we can do. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff here. We have a map down here at the bottom, our settings, our quests, information. There's the Pran window. We don't have a Pran, so we can't access it. We got the shop, item shop. Of course, this game being free to play has a cash shop. There's several different things you can purchase in the cash shop. I can't speak for how dependent this particular game is on the cash shop. I'm not quite familiar with that. So we got a reward. We can choose between different gloves, and basically it looks like there's one glove for every class. So we're going to go ahead and pick the gloves for the rifleman. We're going to go ahead and equip them. Okay, there we go. And we're going to get another quest. So we're going to talk to this guy, get a quest. We're going to skip all this, and we're going to click accept. There we go. Basically, he just told us that I think we had to go to this town called Regenshine, which is, for all intents and purposes, basically your hub town. There may be additional hub towns as you level up. There may be additional locations for high level players to go, but for a player of my level, this is pretty much the most active social hub that we're going to find. So I guess if we really want to see if there's any players, this is where we're liable to find them. I'm not quite sure where we have to go once we get into the town, but our little arrow is going to show us where we have to go anyway. So, there we go. We just entered Regenshine, if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if I am. We hit the M key again just to see exactly where we have to go. There's a few players hanging out over here. Maybe not as many as I've seen in the G-Potato version, but looks like there's one player there. And, well, that's the only player that I see, actually. Not quite sure where everyone is. Either way, we're going to continue going down this way to find our NPC to see what this guy has to say. It's probably going to be a trainer. He's probably going to want me to purchase some skills from my class trainer. If I could remember from the last time I've played this. I have played this before, but I've never played this particular version of the game. There we go. Hattori Hanzo. That's blatant. So we're going to talk to Mr. Hattori Hanzo. We're going to pick up we're going to turn in our quest. Let's see, what does he want? Yeah, he's going to talk to us. I think, not sure. I do know he's going to give us some masks, so we're going to equip the mask really quick. There we go. We got the mask. Okay, what do we do now? Not quite sure where to go now. Press the M key. Let's see, is there any skills we can pick up? The Fighter Master. Maybe from the Scout Skill Master. Let's talk to her. Skills. Let's see. Nope. I don't think there's anything that... Oh, well, yeah, here's some. Rupture. Rupture deals 47 physical damage and decreases target's physical defense by 57 for 20 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and click that and learn that skill. And we're going to drag it down to our hotbar. Again, fairly standard stuff. Not quite seeing where we have to go, but let's click on our quest log to see. We don't have any quests in our quest log. So let's just go back outside and see what kind of mess we can get ourselves into. You can talk to these guards right here, and they offer what's called save points, which are basically like bind points. For example, when you have a skill called return, and it will teleport you to your bind point. So, graphically speaking, this game is fairly decent. It kind of, in a way, it sort of reminds me of the original Guild Wars, which I guess in modern times isn't exactly that graphically impressive, but artistically speaking, it's fairly good. So, this guy has a quest, Guard Pizarro. So let's see what he wants us to do. Reporting for duty. Gonna go ahead and skip. Click accept. What's he want us to do? Where does he want us to go? I guess he wants us to go back into the town, so that's exactly what we'll do. We'll run back into the town and see what all we can find. Hopefully this isn't going to get us in much trouble. It is a level 3 quest, so we are of appropriate level. So we're going to go talk to... Looks like we're going to basically be exactly where we were before, which is kind of funny. Maybe I should have picked up that quest as I went into town rather than waiting until I got back, and then waiting until I left town. So we're going to talk to Mr. Otto von Schroeder. We're going to turn in our quest. We're going to get our reward, and he's got another quest for us. We got a title, quest. Skip that. Click accept. 09 company. What's this want us to do? What's it want us to do now? Maybe go outside. This is probably not the best way to go. Can I jump down here? No, I can't jump down there. That didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. Of course, you can look down there. It just seems like it's a kind of a bottomless pit there. That's kind of cool looking. So, I'm pretty sure that there's me playing this game, and then there's that one other player that's just sort of chilling AFK in the middle of the town, and not really anyone else is playing right now. I don't know what's up with that, but so we're gonna keep on going through here. There we go, and out into the town, and we're going to go to the flour mill, which is over there, and I believe we can just click on the map and it should take us where we want to go. I'm not sure, but we're gonna go ahead and try it out, because whenever I get a chance to do something like that, I'm just gonna let the game pretty much tell me exactly where I need to go, and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch. At least initially, you do level up pretty quick. In the short time I've been playing, I'm already level 4, and I'm halfway to level 5. So leveling, at least initially, is definitely not a problem. So we are almost to the location in which we need to be. We're almost to the flour mill, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into once we get over there. If I can make it up this hill. There I go. I made it up the hill now. And let's talk to Captain Cromwell to see what he has to say. Alright, we're going to click Captain Cromwell. We'll get a quest. 09 Company. Skip. Reward. Talk to him again. Of course, I don't know why he can't offer me the quest as soon as I get a reward for the other one. Mushroom Thief. Skip. Accept. Eliminate Cowardly Mogan and Anxious Mogan, which we just follow our little arrow to take us directly to where we need to go. Very, very simple stuff. And let's see where we have to go. Let's see. Is it over here? Is this? No, we still have a little bit further to walk. So we're just going to keep running. You can look around again and see just the sort of aesthetics in the game. Sort of a farmland area. There's a wide variety of different types of locations in the game that are sort of are a little bit more unique or original than this. This is probably, I think of this as a sort of rather boring location. Anyway, we have a quest to kill those Mogans, but I'm not sure where they are. Oh wait, here they are. Cowardly and Anxious Mogan. There we go. We're going to use our new skill, Rupture, and we're going to use our old skills to kill these guys, hopefully fairly quickly. And we're going to do just that. There's one down, and we have a few more to go. Almost going to get this guy. And we got 2 down. Received Novice Mana Potion. The potions will come in handy when you level up a little bit. You're gonna need to buy some health potions when you level up a little bit and the monsters start hitting you pretty hard. You're gonna want to have some of those handy. So not only can you heal yourself after a battle, but you can heal yourself during battle as well. So just in that short span of time, I'm already level 5. I really feel like I could probably play this game for about an hour and already get my Pran. But we're not going to have time to do that for this video, but I do recommend you guys check it out. Check out some videos of the Pran system, or just read a little bit about it, because it's actually fairly cool, and it's something that you don't really see in a lot of MMORPGs these days, I don't think. So we're 3 to 5 now. We got 4 or 5 on that one. We've almost destroyed this Cowardly Mogan here, and there he goes. So we're 4 out of 5 and 4 out of 5. Anxious Mogan, there we go. So this guy's going down fairly quickly. We got him. Now we're going to eliminate the Cowardly Mogan, and he shouldn't take too long to defeat. There we go. We got them all complete, and now we're going to go back to turn in our quest. So a little bit of a walk back to the flour mill, and we can jump over the fence there with our incredibly skilled jumping ability, which would be amazing in a basketball court. Whoa, whoa, it's game kind of glitches out when you jump like that, when you jump on things or around things. Just have to climb up this hill just a little bit here to get to our location. Look how I'm running. I'm holding down the W and the D key, and it's just I'm running kind of. That almost just doesn't look natural. Anyway, so there we go. I'm gonna click this. Gonna click Quest, Mushroom Thief, skip, and I'm gonna get a reward. I received the training health potion. What? That about does it for this first impressions video for AIKA Online. If you guys want to check out more about AIKA Online, head on over to MMOattack.com for more MMO gaming news, reviews, opinions, giveaways, and other awesomeness.